Just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
In motion left goes Smith. Second down, back to Sanders. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Brady now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Brady going to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goedert. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expected to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Here's Gibson to start the drive to about the 23. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. fourth down. Here's Wilson. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So a big play there on fourth, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Brady. That swung out wide to Sanders. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, set.
They'll send Brown in motion right. From midfield, here's Brady. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Brady. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
The final shot before half for Brady. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have 1 half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go.
Once more, Gibson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They go play action with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Ready, ready.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Thomas. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option, and he'll get this down only to the 18. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action, because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another. Back now at FedEx Field as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Brady going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Brady. He'll drop this one down to Cohen, and he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Brady going to go on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Straight ahead, Gibson. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Have to kick this field. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here.
Ready. Faster.
Wilson on the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
A give running right, Gibson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
2 minutes left to go. This one surprisingly still scoreless. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a first down in field goal range already. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Gibson again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded right around the 8. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'll tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Back to throw, Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Now Brady. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf. Far too